Will, how are you settling in a couple of days here now?
Yeah, settling in really well. Obviously made the move across and starting to find my feet here, which has been really good. So everyone's been really good helping us settle in. So yeah, loving it.
What are your first impressions of the club compared to Gold Coast?
Yeah, everyone's been just super welcoming. Everyone's reached out, asked if I ever need anything to help with the move and make it as smooth as possible. So yeah, I've just been really grateful. It's been really smooth so far. So they've been awesome.
Can I ask what your living arrangements are? Have you moved in with a teammate for the time being? What's your setup?
Yeah, we're just in a temporary sort of apartment at the moment. And then, yeah, we're moving to a house in about a week's time. So looking forward to that. We can find our feet a little bit. I think our furniture's still on the truck on its way over. So, yeah, once all that's done, it'll be nice.
And you didn't have to do any quarantine or anything?
No, we didn't. Yeah, it was pretty lucky. I think we escaped that. So, yeah, very lucky.
When did you get across, Will?
On Monday.
Yeah.
And how many times have you been into the club so far, and what have you sort of, I guess, made of it? Have you met any of the players and things?
Yeah, been in a couple of times. Obviously, starting to meet a fair few players and met all the coaches and stuff. So, yeah, starting to get my head around it all, which has been really good. Everyone's, as I said, been so welcoming. So it's been pretty easy to sort of find my feet, which is good. But yeah, it's been good so far.
From afar, I don't know if Fremantle would have been one of those teams in the spotlight from the Gold Coast, but was there someone here at Fremantle that you thought you always sort of likened the way that they played their football or anything like that on when you were at the Suns? Yeah,
I watched a bit of footy of the Freo, obviously. I love watching players like Nathan Fyfe and David Mundy over the years, watching those players play and go about their craft. So looking forward to getting to know them and hopefully pick their brains and learn off them as well, which will be exciting. So
how do you see yourself fitting into that 22 come hopefully round one, I guess?
I just want to try and come in and just bring my strengths, train hard, earn the respect of the players and the group and the staff, and go from there. Yeah, just put my best foot forward and see what happens.
And position-wise, where do you think you could help the group and make an impact?
Well, I feel like my best footy's played through the midfield, so I hope I can provide something there, but I also feel I can provide other things in the forward line and stuff like that. So, we'll still wait and see. It's still very early days, but I'm just looking forward to getting into it, training and showing what I can do.
Has Justin given you any early indication of where he wants you to be?
We've just had brief discussions around what he liked about my game and what he thinks I can bring. So just reiterating that I want to bring my strengths and what I do best and just continue to get better at them and try and gel into the group here. I think it's an exciting young group. So just try and mix and be a part of that. So that's something that we're looking forward to.
Is there anything in particular in the preseason that you want to personally work on?
I've just been working on multiple areas of my game, trying to bring speed into my game, using my power and, just continue to working on my running base, my skills, just everything. I feel like every year, banking in pre-seasons, I'm starting to feel more mature and comfortable in my body and just feel like I can just do more and more each year. So, they're the things that I'll just continue to work on.
You're obviously a Fremantle fan growing up. What's it like being in that polo now and walking through the hallways?
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's funny how things work out. I love wearing the purple growing up as a kid and, here I am now, so it's pretty special.
You mentioned Nat Fyfe earlier. I love watching him play. He's obviously had a few complications with his shoulder. How do you feel about potentially coming into the midfield round one if he can't quite get his body right?
I'd love to obviously try and work with him and learn as much as I can off him. I've got a lot of respect for him as a player and I love watching him growing up and even over the last few years go about his craft. So, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to know him and, competing with him.
We've just seen the roadmap. Mark McGowan, the Premier, announced it this morning. At this stage, it looks like the AFL season will go ahead uninterrupted. How do you feel about playing potentially in front of 60,000 fans next year? Yeah,
it's pretty exciting. I think, the government and the AFL are obviously going to do the best they can to make sure the health and safety of the community is in the right hands. And, as long as we reiterate everyone starts to get vaccinated and we do everything right, then there's no reason why we can't. So I think it's super exciting that, the future's there, that we can start to have big crowds and have fans at footy again, which is awesome.
Do you think we'll see many players not want to get vaccinated? Do you think you'll be having a full list?
I'm not sure. Obviously, I can't speak for every player. I feel like it's their personal choice, but for me personally, I'm already fully vaccinated, and I don't see why there's any reason why I wouldn't want to go that way. So as I said, I can't speak for other players, but yeah.
Will, why do you think it didn't quite work out at Gold Coast for you?
I feel like there was a pretty the midfield mix there was pretty set, and I feel like I just couldn't break into that group there. So I'm just excited about a fresh start here and showing what I can do, showing the AFL community what I can do, and the Freo Footy Club what I can do. So that's something I'm mainly thinking about and looking forward to.
Coming in as a high pick and expectations high, you would have been a really good junior football player, and you could play footy. So how frustrating was it over the last few years to not be able to meet those initial expectations that were put on you maybe from the outside, and what do you think you can achieve here in terms of that expectation?
Yeah, I feel like it's obviously frustrating. You want to, as a kid, you want to come in and you want to play AFL footy. You don't want to be playing VFL footy. So I was obviously frustrated, but in saying that, I feel like I was still getting better as a player and still working on my craft, and year on year, I feel like I was still improving. So I feel like that's most important. And now my opportunity here is a fresh start. I think it's exciting for me.
There'll obviously be a WA footy state. There'll be the set of eyes which come on, and being that off-season recruiter, you're, I guess, ready to live up to the expectations, and you're better placed now, given that you've spent 5 years in the system. Yeah,
I feel like it's probably a bit different to Gold Coast, where probably no one knows who you are there, but it's a little bit different here, which I guess is all part of it. And I think it's also exciting to move into a real footy town and a city, and get amongst it and be a part of it. So yeah, I think it's exciting.
Are you naturally a footy head? Do you enjoy that sort of, I guess, intense nature of a footy state, so to speak?
Yeah, I feel like I've always loved watching footy. Always, as a kid, I was probably one of those fans that was just in love with the game. So yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be hard to adapt or anything like that. I do love me footy, so hopefully it'll be exciting. And as I said, it's all part of it.
You haven't had long here yet, but have you had any Freo fans approach you yet and say good luck or anything?
A few, yeah. Obviously had a bit of support, mainly on the social media and stuff like that. But yeah, it's actually been really quite good to have that sort of support there, which is great.